Garbage Land. On the Secret Trail of Trash is an environmental nonfiction book by Elizabeth Royte, first published in 2005. The book takes readers on a journey to uncover the fate of our trash and the ecological challenges surrounding North America's recycling system. Upon its release, it received widespread praise for raising awareness about waste disposal issues. Royte, a seasoned science and nature writer whose work has appeared in National Geographic and the New York Times, won the John Dewey Award for Distinguished Public Service from Bard College. Garbage Land is her debut book. The book is structured around two primary narratives. First, Royte reflects on her own personal experiences with waste management and recycling, shedding light on the common struggles people face when trying to dispose of their waste responsibly. Second, she delves into the journey of our trash, from landfills to incinerators, and explores the consequences of the toxic waste left behind, including substances like mercury. Throughout Garbage Land, Royte emphasizes the global issue of overconsumption. In our commercial society, we buy far more than we need, creating an unsustainable amount of waste. She argues that without addressing overconsumption and the massive quantities of waste we generate, we will never be able to escape the consequences of our trash. Traces of our waste, from polluted air to contaminated water, will persist unless we take immediate action to mitigate the environmental damage we've caused. Royte begins by following her own trash, tracking her waste from the trash can to its final destination. This journey is not easy, as she finds that sanitation workers and truck operators are reluctant to discuss the realities of waste management, preferring to keep the grim truth hidden. They don't want to reveal how ill-prepared North America is to manage the overwhelming volume of waste produced daily. Garbage Land calls for innovative, cost-effective solutions to modernize waste disposal systems. Living in New York City, where the waste problem is especially visible due to the city's high population density, Royte points out the stark reality. New York is home to Fresh Kills, once the world's largest landfill. The city's challenges are just a small part of a much larger global crisis, and New York is already overwhelmed by its waste. Royte warns that we're engaged in a losing battle to stay ahead of the problem. Many of the people Royte encounters, from landfill owners to scientists, are doubtful about our ability to save the planet at this stage. During her visit to Fresh Kills, Royte navigates the trash-filled waters by boat, describing how our excessive waste burdens rivers, oceans, and seas. For instance, the waste at Fresh Kills leaks gallons of toxic substances into the nearby New York harbor, including cyanide, arsenic, and chromium. These harmful chemicals seep into the air and water supply, contaminating everything they touch. Additionally, much of our waste, particularly electronic waste, is exported abroad for disassembly and disposal, which burdens other countries. In China, workers without protective gear break down our discarded electronics, tossing dangerous metal components into streams and fields. With no environmental regulations in place, the toxic waste erodes the land and poisons the workers, who become sick and weakened. Royte argues that this global system is a slow death for both humanity and the planet. The only solution, she suggests, is to stop throwing things away altogether. Recycling alone, Royte emphasizes, cannot resolve this crisis. Royte critiques North America's recycling programs, highlighting their flaws. She discusses local composting efforts, pointing out that while composting sounds good in theory, it often fails in practice. Animals such as raccoons frequently raid compost bins, and the bins themselves can't handle the volume of waste. Moreover, recycling introduces its own set of environmental problems, releasing toxic substances from materials like plastics into the air and water. Properly recycling products like paint cans is almost impossible, no matter how much effort is put into it. In the end, Royte argues that the true solution lies not in recycling, but in living with less and reducing our overall carbon footprint. Garbage Land concludes with a call for a fundamental change in our approach to consumption. The less we buy, the less we use, and the less we waste. While there is no single fix for the global trash problem, we can all take steps to lessen our impact on the environment. Small changes, buying less clothing, using less plastic, and holding on to electronics until they no longer function, can make a difference. Royte believes the environment will thank us for these efforts. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.